Well, hello everybody. This is Deacon Dave. Well, we have made it to the Triduum. The Triduum, that's a word, ancient word meaning 3 days. And it'll be kind of interesting as you we go through these 3 days. We'll notice that there is a beginning to this evening's supper of the Lord, that Mass. But there is no ending. And there is no beginning or ending on Good Friday. And there is no beginning on Saturday. But there is an end. So it really becomes one Mass, becoming spread over 3 days, but it's one Mass. So 3 in 1. Heard that somewhere. Trinity, perhaps? So today is Holy Thursday, the first day of Triduum, and there is not going to be any Masses this morning. The U.S. bishops have requested that all of the priests, instead of serving a Mass, they'll go to the cathedral or wherever the bishop is holding their Chrism Mass, and is a Mass where all of the oils get consecrated for the next year. And so they will go there and renew their vows, and then at that point, then the oils and the priests will go back to their parishes, etc. I thought you might be interested, actually, in a couple things. One, Chrism itself. It's really just an oil, usually made of olive oil, although local tradition can allow for a different type of oil, but it must be an oil. And it's usually perfumed, things like that. So in this case, it's here it's a mixture of balsam and the oil itself, and very fragrant, but very beautiful. And we use these oils. There's 3 oils that we'll use in the church. There's the oil of catechumens, the oil of anointing, and then the chrism oil. And these all have a different aspect, and maybe I can go into the history of that at one point in the future. But so anyway, so the priests are going to be going there giving their renewal of their vows, and thought you might be interested in what that actually says. Got the liturgy here. And so the first question that the priests are given is, now the church bishop is discussing, goes through the homily, the readings, and all that, and then says, now in the presence of your bishop and God's holy people, are you ready to renew your own dedication to Christ as priest in his new covenant? And he will answer, I am. The next question then, are you resolved to unite yourselves more closely to Christ and to try to become more like him by joyfully sacrificing your own pleasure and ambition to bring his peace and love to your brothers and sisters? And the answer, I am. And again, notice the focus is on to sit there and to serve other people, all the brothers and sisters they're responsible for. The next question they have is, are you resolved to imitate Jesus Christ, the head of and shepherd of the church, by teaching the Christian faith without thinking of your own profit, solely for the well-being of the people you were sent to serve? And again, I am. Then the bishop will ask the people to pray for the priest, because that's an awful undertaking, obviously, and the priests are human, so there's going to be errors. So people praying for the priest is very important to their livelihood and their ongoing formation, etc. The bishop will then ask for prayers for himself, humbly asking for that. So that is what happens to Chrism Mass. The Chrism is then, the sacred oils are then brought to the individual churches, and they are used throughout the year. So, and again, maybe we'll go through and do a special video on the oils themselves. So today also is the Mass of the Lord's Supper. Now we may remember in John there is no Eucharist narrative. blessing the bread and wine and all that. However, there is a section where John writes of serving the other people, washing of the feet. And Peter, of course, gets all excited about that. But the important thing here is that this is the establishment of the priesthood. You can see by the very nature of washing the feet, we will do what it takes. And keeping in mind those questions that were asked, the service to the people. So I think that is a very beautiful view of how the priesthood was established by Jesus in this serving function. The other part that happens today is obviously the establishment of the Eucharist. At the Last Supper, there's no question that Jesus gave us the words of institution and gave us the ability to now, with the priesthood being established, to be able to do that sacrifice. So, we mentioned the other day that there was how are we going to feed all the scattered tribe of Israel scattered throughout the world? How could you do that? You can't have a table with millions and millions and millions of people. But God did have his plan. He now established the priesthood. He established the Eucharist. The Eucharist is the living body of Jesus Christ. Don't make any other mistake. It is Jesus Christ totally. That's so important for Catholics to understand, but really for all Christians to understand why the Catholics take this Eucharist so careful and so important to us, because to us, and God told us, it is He Himself in Jesus Christ's glorified body. So, that is the two events that are happening today. We will be going tomorrow. There will be Good Friday liturgy, which obviously focuses in on the death of Jesus. Saturday, nothing is going on because Jesus is no longer here. He died on Friday and will not rise again till Sunday. So Saturday, there is nothing going on. We'll have maybe some blessing of some Easter baskets. We'll have a few egg finds and things like that, but no liturgies will happen. The only exception to it will be for people who are sick and dying. They will have the opportunity to have anointing and Eucharist brought to them in form of viaticum. So those will be there. And then we will be getting ready for Sunday. Big day. So, but enjoy our Triduum, 3-day Mass. It's an amazing thing. We're going to love every moment of it. So, we'll see you tomorrow. God bless.